Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well, and today we will be discussing about engineering economics. Okay, so let us start from the very beginning. And so, suppose we have a project P. Project P. We need to do a project P, and we need to provide some cash flow to the project. We need to provide the investment to the project, and so that the project will gives us annually a amount of rupees. We need to provide I investment to the project. I can be any amount. So engineering economics is needed to identify if the project is economically economically economically, socially, or financially viable. There are different parameters for the project to be successful. Suppose PR is a project. Uh, if our cost to build the entire project is greater than the revenue that is been generated by the project, then we get into loss. Then we lose our money, our capital to the project. If the other way, if our cost is less than revenue is more, we got some profit. Yeah, we got to distribute the profit to the stakeholders, and we got to uh, enjoy our financial viability of the project. Some projects are socially viable, means some project generates employment, uh, socially beneficial to the community. Hence, in terms of the social aspect, or simply the monetary value of the social benefits are much more than our revenue. Such projects, of course, as I said, generates employment, creates huge cash flow, and makes strengthen the capital uh, generation process of the project, and eventually that makes our country stronger, that are socially as socio-economically viable projects. For example, hydropower in a very remote area generates employment, and that is of course very viable in terms of socio-economic facility. But financial viability we have to look into further by uh, evaluating the cost, if the cost is less or more than the revenue. So this is how a project is generally project cash flow is generally developed. But in a pictorial view, suppose I have a 5-year project: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So at the start of the year, and this is the start of the first year, this is the end of the first year and the start of second year, and so on and so forth. Suppose the project needs a cash flow of this vertical arrow pointing downward is our input or simply investment to the project, and any arrow that points upward is a cash generated or simply the outflow of the project. So we will understand the concept of project cash flow. The concept is very simple like this: we need some investment, and that generates certain annual returns. This is a general cash flow process of the uh, project. Of course, it sometimes require little investment, I2 or simply I4, uh, to ensure operating or to ensure the operation of the project, healthy operation or sound operation of the project. So this is how a project cash flow is developed. I will write the title with the black ink. Single cash flow, uh, uniform cash flow. Third is linear gradient series, and fourth is geometric, and fifth is irregular. So what are these kinds of cash flows? So in a single cash flow, we will have a single input of the project. This is the timeline, project timeline in each cash flows. Okay, so in a single cash flow, we have some investment or input, which is arrow pointing downward, and we have the output, which is arrow pointing upward. For example, the cash flow of a land, of a real estate buy, because we buy a land, providing a certain amount of money, and we sell it, we get some amount of money. Sorry. So what is a uniform cash flow? We give the bank a certain deposit, and we get annually certain amount of money. So this is the form of annual cash flow or uniform cash flow. If the interest rate is, if it provides same amount of rupees or same amount of interest or dividend for all years, then it is known as uniform. What is linear gradient? If it eventually increases with a certain gradient or slope, sorry, then this is known as linear gradient. Okay. What is geometric? Geometric means the gradient is not arithmetical. It multiplies year-wise. It two times and then it is three times. This is how this geometric gradient. And irregular means very random cash flows over the year. So these are the types of cash flows, and there are different methods of evaluating these cash flows. There are different methods of evaluating these cash flows, and we will look at those in next video.